And I think the win from what I'm imagining, and having talked through this with you guys a couple times before, is from a learner, that feels like a way more engaging format than being lectured at. And I get to meet new people in the breakout, and we get to have it be interactive. And I would guess that that hour kind of flew by in a way that it wouldn't have.
So fast. For us.
Too fast.
Yeah.
I think when you're in a big firm that started as a family, right? A smaller firm, and we all grew up in that kind of environment, you continuously struggle with, how am I going to transfer culture, meet people, talk to people as human beings, not as a team's message. And those breakout rooms, they sound like a small thing, but they are ways that somebody can say, oh, I did this on a recent project. Let me walk us through this cartooning piece in our breakout room. And suddenly someone from our San Diego office or our San Francisco office is like, I have a new resource. They seem to know what they were doing. They may not have ever met that person other than our once-a-year town hall event, and certainly not in an arena where their experience or expertise would necessarily shine through. So, any way we can break the firm down into smaller groups to talk, I think is valuable. And when you have this practice in common to talk about, it really opens the conversation real quickly.
And I think the little side effect too is that you worry about the multitasking with training being virtual and people in different places, and the expectation that this new format I'm going to join and there's going to be some breakout rooms, I'm going to need to do something. People kind of perk up a little bit more.
So this video is going to go by fast, and then you're going to be in a room with your peers expected to have
listen to it. Yeah.
That's a totally different
mentioned
experience.
to you the other day that I went into a breakout room and the group kind of went like, oh no.
Yeah.
How do I get her in my breakout room?
Laura, I think you told me that the instruction to the breakout room was to have the least experienced people speak first.
Yep.
Right.
Yes.
And I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
I just kind of, who's going to be in charge? And one of our younger staff took charge. He ran we had to pull up the exercise. We had to do some markups, and he ran the whole thing. And the rest of us kind of chatted at him while he was doing that. And it was really, really effective. And I think he felt really good about it, too.
Yeah.
That he was able to be a leader in that small room.
There's so many things I love about this design that you all have come up with, and I know you're going to iterate on it. You already have things you want to do a little differently next time. Maybe we can touch on that. But I want to call attention to, when people hear about using an LMS and having, kind of video-based training, one of the objections is, aren't we going to talk? We're not going to talk to each other anymore. That's how people understand and learn from each other. No one wants to sit around and just watch a wall of videos all day, which I agree with. But what's also true, I think, is not all video is created equal, and sometimes you can do really hyper efficient ones, but not all live sessions are great either. And so it seems like you're trying to figure out how to use video, what it's best for, and how to use live interaction for what it's best for.
And Kristina brought this up at the very beginning, and I think it's a really important part of our, I'll call it evolution, but the big training and then the smaller trainings that follow it, is the big training to us and the dedicating the hour and starting it off is saying this is important content. We expect you to be here and present and paying attention. And all the little tricks Kristina said, like, oops, I'm going into an exercise, I better pay attention, help. But we thought it was important to have that first training live, virtual, kind of with a cadence of different kinds of instruction to say this is important stuff. And if you're going to be at Lionakis, we're going to do it the Lionakis way. And you need to be here to learn that.